And with Chief Stawinski.
Thank you, Jennifer, and good afternoon. I'm very pleased to come to my community this afternoon to announce the arrest of Rico McLean with respect to the homicide that occurred at Popeyes on Livingston Road 10 days ago. I want my community to know that the detectives, the forensic evidence investigators, and the fugitive apprehension team have worked around the clock since this event occurred 10 days ago to bring it to resolution. Mr. McLean was located at a residence on Nova Avenue yesterday afternoon and taken into custody without incident. What I can tell our community is this video shows him being taken from police facilities to our Department of Corrections, and obviously you see a picture of him here. A couple of things. First, there have been rumors circulating around social media that this was precipitated by a long-standing dispute or a prior interaction. We have no evidence to indicate that there is a long-standing dispute or a prior conflict between these individuals. Again, for emphasis, there is nothing for my community in terms of that narrative in social media, nothing to indicate that there is a long-standing dispute between these two individuals. What I can affirm for you today is that this conflict did arise as a result of the decedent in this cutting in line at the Popeyes restaurant, and then a confrontation occurs, which over the course of several seconds then escalates into a homicide. Tragic. And it should be sobering to all of us that violence can erupt that quickly. But again, that's why for the last 10 days, the women and men of this institution have been working diligently to bring this case to a conclusion. I also want to thank our community. We, not 24 hours ago, came to the community with additional information and sought your assistance in locating this individual. You stepped forward as you always do, and you provided information. But I will say this, I am extraordinarily proud of the efforts of our detectives and our fugitive apprehension team. It was their diligent work, ultimately, that led us to Nova Avenue and to the apprehension in this case. I want to thank the support of our community. I want to thank our partner agencies. I want to thank our county executive for her commitment to us making this right in terms of an apprehension. And with that, I'm going to turn it to you and ask if there's any questions I can answer for you. Again, there were many tips from our community, and I thank you again for stepping forward, but the apprehension was as a result of the good detective work of our fugitive apprehension team.
Was that his home or a friend's home or brother's home?
The home has no association with him. He just happened to be there yesterday and has frequented that residence, but beyond that, it was just where he happened to be when our team apprehended him. Again, there's no real association between him and that home. It's just where we happened to find him as a result of our investigative work.
Chief, so the decedent cut in line, and there was a two-party dispute. My understanding is the decedent said, hey, let's take this outside. Is it possible that this man was fearful?
I'm not going to suppose as to what his state of mind was, and I'm going to be very circumspect in my remarks about that interaction. I can't, again, affirm for the community that this was precipitated by the cutting in line, but now we have to work in conjunction with our state's attorney to ensure a good prosecution, and so all of those nuances are not something I'm...
Again, we've been listening in there to a news conference happening in Prince George's County.
No, sir.
The police chief, Hank Stawinski, announcing that there has been an arrest made in that case. We even got to see a video clip of that arrest. We will continue to monitor this news conference, but for now we're going to switch gears here and get your forecast in. Our Steve Rudin is standing by with what is a very very, very chilly day out there.
Yeah,
Steve?
absolutely. And this is a live view from our camera atop the Watergate Hotel. At least skies are beginning to brighten up a little bit, so a bit more sun on the way as we head through the afternoon hours. 38 degrees as the noon time at Reagan National Airport, already hitting that 40-degree mark in Gaithersburg. So a bit of improvement out there compared to yesterday when our highs never even made it out of the 30s. Winds definitely not an issue for today, just around 10 miles per hour inside the Capital Beltway. And we are going to stay on the comfortably cool side as we head through at least the later afternoon hours. Not extreme cold, but still well below average for this time of year. Feels like temperatures are in the 30s right now. 34 in Gaithersburg, feels like 37 in Upper Marlboro, 38 in Leonardtown. And we could thank the lighter winds for that. Storm Watch 7 satellite radar skies are beginning to